And good morning. It's 7:03 on this Monday, November 30th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello everybody and welcome here on a Monday morning after a big Thanksgiving holiday weekend. We're here, glad to have you with us, and glad to be on the air for Absolute Kubota. We've got T.R. Kirby this morning who's here to do the commercial. Good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you?
I'm doing swell.
Well, I know y'all were only off one day, but I hope it was a good one.
Yes, sir.
And of course, you're here to talk about Absolute Kubota, and now at 1506 West Main Inlet.
Yes, sir.
Now, how were you involved in the move? We've heard it
I
from the
just
others.
Matt told us to just kind of sit back and let things unfold, and then once we come in, everything will mostly be down there. They moved our desk down there independent from us, and then we pretty much walked in on Monday morning ready to hit the gate and start selling some equipment. And so it was pretty flawless for us.
Well, it's been almost a month now, hasn't it? Doesn't
Yes, sir.
seem like it could be that long, but it has. And so things are going well.
Yes, sir, they are. It's really a good atmosphere there. It's a really at-home atmosphere. We're all in the one building now, so we can go from parts to service real quick. And so we're right there on the road frontage, and you can see all that orange paint out there.
Yeah, and I think Matt has mentioned you've got maybe some implements that you didn't have before. You pretty much got the full line of Kubota, maybe some commercial items that you didn't have before.
Yes, sir. We have the tractors, lawn equipment, the construction equipment, the compact track loaders, the mini excavators. A lot of times a skid steer will complement a tractor on the farm, and it's just a skid steer is so versatile, and an excavator for cleaning out ditches and stuff is very handy.
Well, this time of year is a little bit of off season, isn't it? To be honest, you don't have as many people coming in to buy tractors or this equipment as you would maybe in the middle of the summer, early spring.
Yes, sir. Right now, really, it's the RTV season, the side-by-side season. You need a utility piece to get around in comfort. They make a fully cabbed RTV with heating and air, hydraulic dump bed that's really handy, keeps you out of the elements. And then they also make smaller cab tractors as well. Everybody assumes a bigger cab tractor, but they make a small cab tractor down to 26 horsepower.
Well, I knew we'd find something to talk about that you wanted to sell today. But the RTVs have really caught on, haven't they?
Oh, yes, sir.
They sell a lot of them.
Yes, sir. In the month of December last year, we sold more RTVs in this single location than the rest of the United States in a single location.
Unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
Well, how affordable are they?
They offer 0% financing, just like they do on the tractors on the RTVs. They typically range from about $10,000 all the way up to $20,000.
Do you have one of these yourself, or do you just play with the ones there?
No, sir. I actually own one of the gas models myself that go up to 40 miles an hour, and it's a really handy equipment. We use it probably every day. Good example this weekend, we were splitting wood before this cold snap, and we were towing logs and pulling the log splitter with it.
But they are great if you've got several acres of land you want to either just get out and ride over or want to look after your cattle or something like that. Aren't they great for that?
Yes, sir, they are.
And even deer hunting, maybe?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. People deer hunt. That's what a lot of people are buying them for that right now, to get that deer out of the woods and make it a little easier on themselves.
Yeah. Well, you have a pretty good display of those, pretty good variety to choose from.
Yes, sir. With this virus, it's made it a little bit more difficult getting some, but we do have every model there right now for you to look at. Besides a four-seater, we're hopefully getting inventory in. I know expecting a shipment hopefully this month, and then first of next year.
Would you say that it might be the ultimate gift for somebody?
Yes, sir, it is. And we've had several grandparents and wives come in there, and buy it for their husband or their grandson or something like that, just to get around, help them out on the farm, and be the ultimate Christmas present.
Well, and regardless, I mean, you got to factor your need in there a little bit. Everybody's need is not exactly the same, but they are a recreational terrain vehicle (RTV) and just many uses for it for work or play or both.
Yes, sir. You can. The sky's the limit with accessorizing these things. If you need them to do one task really good, we can cater to your needs. Or if you just want a plain Jane unit, we can do that also. But the sky's the limit on what you want to put on these things.
You love Kubota, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, we got about 30 seconds left. Wrap it up for us today.
All right, just come see us at 1506 West Main Street, and then our X-Marks sales are at 1325 West Main Street. Parts and service is at 1506 West Main Street. If you need something serviced, just come see our service department, and we'll be open from 7 to 5 Monday through Friday, and 7 to 4 on Saturday.
All right, great. Well, thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
T.R. Kirby, that's it for Absolute Kubota this morning, now at 1506 West Main in Lebanon. And we are about 10 minutes after the hour. I want to introduce Lisa Newman again this Monday morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
You were here last Monday.
I was. It was a pleasure to be here.
And it's a different subject and a different gentleman that has accompanied you today.
It sure is.
Well,
a pleasure for sure.
Introduce him for us.
Well, I'd like to introduce everyone to my son, Dr. Jim Newman.
Good morning. Good morning.
Jim, it is good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I've mentioned this to you not today, but sometime in the not too distant past that I remember you. I think you and your brother played Babe Ruth baseball.
Sure did.
One of you was a pitcher and one was a catcher.
That's
I
true.
recall.
Yes, sir.
Which one were you?
I was the catcher.
Okay. But you have been a dentist now for how long?
4 years. We've been in Lebanon back in Lebanon for 4 years.
Dr. Jim Newman at 337 South Cumberland. And Lisa, you were here last week when we talked about the greenhouse, which is in the same building, and its address is 337B. But you really have your husband, mainly, I think, doing the greenhouse, and then here's Dr. Jim doing dentistry.
Absolutely.
You've got the best of both worlds.
We've got a good thing going on there, let me tell you.
At what point in your life did you decide this is what you wanted to do, or did you always think you wanted to be a dentist?
In high school, I'd gotten the idea of maybe going into dentistry, but it wasn't until college that I was for sure. And ever since then, just went full steam ahead.
Well, I was mentioning this morning that your great uncle Wayne Johnson, Dr. Wayne Johnson, had a dental practice here for years and years and years. I think he finally hung it up, didn't he?
He did. 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So he and my granddaddy Randy Johnson from the barbershop are brothers.
Right.
And I looked up to both of them. They both ran very successful businesses and catered to a lot of people's needs. And so I'm proud to try to carry on that lineage.
Well, I guess it would be appropriate this morning to tell a little bit about your education. You went to Lebanon High, I believe.
Went to Lebanon High School and then to David Lipscomb in Nashville for college, undergrad, and then went to UT Memphis for dental school.
How many years was all that?
College and dental school together is 8.
8 years.
Yes, sir.
That's almost much as a doctor. The MDs, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Any particular? I guess maybe you did you practice anywhere before coming here?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Came straight back home as quick as I could.
You always wanted to have a dental practice here once you decided to become a dentist.
Yes, sir. 100%.
Yeah. Well, how has it been? You said 4 years. You opened your door some 4 years ago.
4 years ago, yes, sir. 2016.
How's it been?
It's been fantastic. I'm deeply humbled. It's been a very warm greeting by colleagues and patients alike. We've really been fortunate and grateful for the welcoming that we've had here. It's been fantastic. Do it all over again if I could.
Lisa, I'm sure you're proud of your son.
Oh, absolutely. It's so rewarding, Coleman, to raise your children and tell them to get a good education. And then what's so important is for us, my parents told me this, they said, if we could educate our children and then have them come back to their hometown to practice what they've learned and to give back to the community, it's such a reward and it's a real treasure. to have that deep-rooted sense of loyalty, to provide services to people that you know and have known all your life, whether it's your school teachers, your Sunday school teachers, your neighbors. And so that's what I feel like we offer people here in Lebanon, is that deep-rooted sense of service.
Yeah. Well, what role do you play in this?
Well, whatever the boss tells me to do is what I do.
She's being very modest, Coleman. She is.
Well, you mainly work in with the dental practice here.
Correct.
Or do you do anything with the greenhouse?
Well, I do help that. Work is just in our blood, so I'll work wherever I'm told to work or where I'm needed. But at the dental office, we're there every morning, Monday through Thursday from 7 to 5. And that way we are allowed to take care of people before they go to work, which is a very much of a convenience and a need for people in the community. I primarily help up front in the office with insurance and that type of thing to help people get and utilize their benefits that they have.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's about time for us to take a break. Dr. Jim Newman and Lisa Newman are here this morning. My guests here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
All right, let's go ahead and see what's happening at 7:13. And this update brought to you by Bates Ford. And they've got the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. It's $49.95, up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Traffic still looks pretty good right now, but it's picked up quite a bit here on I-40 westbound, coming through Hermitage as you make your way in from Wilson County this morning. 2200 block 11 and Pike. There was a crash there a few minutes ago over in Donaldson, and wrapping up an accident at 1200 Antioch Pike. Hey, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, call Tony and Nikisha Tate, the Tate team. That number is 554-9795. I'm Commander Chuck, your on-time traffic.
Are you in need of a dentist? I'm Dr. Jim Newman. Whether you are looking for a new dental home to receive comprehensive care or have a specific dental issue you would like to address, Newman Dental is the place for you. Regardless of your budget or needs, we can accommodate you and help you maintain or regain that smile you've always wanted. We offer services ranging from general dentistry, Invisalign, root canals, oral surgery and implant dentistry, as well as cosmetics and Botox. We accept most major insurances, including HealthSpring. I feel honored to have been born and raised in this community, and I value the opportunity to serve my hometown. I look forward to helping you smile.
The Dancing Lights of Christmas is back for their 11th annual celebration of the magical Christmas season at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. For just $25 per vehicle, you will experience the dazzling sights and sounds of over 2 million lights synchronized to some rockin' Christmas tunes without ever leaving the safety and comfort of your own vehicle. The Dancing Lights of Christmas, 5 p.m. nightly, November 13th through January 3rd. Don't forget to visit Mistletoe Merchant's holiday shopping event with over 100 merchants showcasing their one-of-a-kind items, December 4th through December 6th. Attend both events and get discount tickets.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us. And if you just turned our way, we appreciate that, of course. But let me tell you that Dr. Jim Newman is here this morning, dental practice at 337 South Cumberland in Lebanon. And his mother, Lisa Newman, is here, who works in the office and helps take care of the insurance. Now, I want you to tell our audiences before we get back to the practice here. Dr. Jim went to UT Memphis, the School of Dentistry there.
Yes.
You said they give out one award. Come on, bro. It's okay to brag a little bit.
Well, at the University of Tennessee in Memphis, it's one of the top 5 schools in the country for dental schools. And we were very pleased and honored that Jim received the Clinical Excellence and Productivity Award at the University of Tennessee. They give out, I guess there's a class of probably around 90, and there was the only award that was given out, and Jim got it. And so we were really pleased about that and very proud of him for the exception that he did down there in school and the top of his class. So it was just very humbling, and we are very proud of him and the work that he does and the fact that he can come back here and produce that good work on the people here in Lebanon.
Right. Well, I hopefully it's not too late for me to say congratulations.
Thank you, Coleman.
The schooling itself, how we'll get you to practice a second. I got to ask this because I know in a lot of professions they weed out people in the first couple of years. I know they used to do that engineering at Tennessee Tech, and I'm one that got weeded out. I'm not bragging, just stating facts. But how difficult? What was it? Was it really difficult for you? Did you pick up on it and go pretty well?
It's certainly a commitment. It's very difficult. The admission process itself is very difficult. They have thousands and thousands of applicants every year, and only 90 at most get accepted. They may have extended the class to 120 at this point. I'm not sure. But still, thousands and thousands apply, and 90
so
to
it's
120
really
even get
something
in.
to just get accepted.
Just to get in. So everyone that's there is highly qualified, very intelligent, and very hardworking. And then when you get there, it is you've got to focus all of your attention and efforts on doing well, because they don't hold your hand. It is sink or swim, and they tell you what to do, and you got to see to it that it gets done.
Well, you evidently did a superb job, especially getting that award. Now, about your practice, you do quite a number of things here.
We do. So we're a general dentist here in Lebanon. We do everything from general restorative dentistry, that would be your fillings and crowns and that sort of thing, all the way through cosmetics, implants, oral surgery, Invisalign, offer services such as Botox and cosmetic veneers, that sort of thing. So we are a full-service dental office, also root canals. I'm not sure if I mentioned that.
You didn't. I was going to.
Yeah, we also do root canals. I know no one wants to hear that word.
Do you like to do a root canal?
I like getting people out of pain.
Okay.
So whatever that entails, that's what we like to do. There are times we coordinate with a specialist if need be under certain circumstances, or if a certain tooth is problematic. However, most things we can do under one roof to keep from shuttling someone around town or to and from Nashville, because we all know how that can sometimes be inconvenient.
Well, I imagine in 4 years you've established quite a clientele, but do you? How hard is it to get to you and get your service now? Are you?
We try to make ourselves very
a lot of new patients all the time.
Absolutely. We take emergency call if I'm at all available. I try to come in to get people out of pain. We try to, if we need to see someone during lunch, we do it. If we need to stay an hour late, we try to do that as well, if at all possible. I mean, we try to make ourselves as available to the public as possible. Like I always say, no one ever plans a toothache. So if you've got one, give me a call. I'd be glad to try to help you.
Most people just, if they're new, walk in off the street.
We do have walk-ins. We prefer if you call ahead. That way we can be aware that you're coming and try to prepare a chair for you and try to work you into the schedule to get you out of pain as quickly as possible.
Okay, well, I was thinking a phone call or walking
Yes,
off the
sir.
street. That's pretty much. I mean,
Sure.
they haven't. You haven't seen them before, but they pick you and you're available.
Yes,
As much
we're
as
available
possible.
for emergency calls. You've got a toothache or chip a tooth. We try to take care of it same day,
Well,
if at all possible.
What if it's not an emergency, but they just maybe they want to change, or they hadn't been to the dentist for a while and they choose you?
We'd still love to see them all the same. If we can get them in same day, we will certainly do that. We try not to push anyone out longer than a couple days to a week, if at all possible. In the holiday times, it gets a little bit hectic, but we certainly are glad to hear from anyone and everybody that would give us a call.
What's the most common thing maybe that you do? The thing you would do more in a week's time or a month's time?
Really, it's just an assortment. Since we offer so many different services, we do dentures as well. We do a lot of dentures. We do a lot of extractions, a lot of fillings, lots of crowns. So and that's one of the things I love about general dentistry is I get to do so much. There's really no monotony in it. I have so many different services that I can offer, and every case truly is different. Even if I'm doing the same procedure, it's different from one person to the next. So I don't ever get bored.
Well, I take it you probably have a dental hygienist that does cleanings.
We've got two. We've got Karen and Ashley, and they are fantastic. Been doing it a long time, and
you
they are
don't
truly
have to
experts
do
in their
that.
field.
Could you do that if you had to?
I could, but I won't pretend I'm near as good as they are. They are fantastic. I'm very thankful to have them with me.
So 3 of you really?
Well, and I've got an assistant, Tammy, and then I've got Lisa and Jamie, and now Jennifer up front. So I've got a great staff. Got a fantastic team.
Okay, but as far as the actual dentistry goes, you got 4 people then.
Correct, yes, sir.
You, an assistant, and the
Two hygienists, yes, sir.
Okay, right. Well, will you be growing? Maybe
Our plan is to always grow. We want to serve as many people as we can, and we will try to staff accordingly, whether that means bringing in more people Right now, I am the only doctor, and for the foreseeable future, I think that's the way we'll be. So everyone will see me when they come in. There won't be some rotating string of doctors they'll see me every time. So there's their treatment will be streamlined.
Now, if I remember right, Lisa, you said your hours, I believe you said Monday through Thursday.
7 to 5.
You have Friday off?
Friday by emergency. If someone calls us, we try to make ourselves available.
And we do that, and that's the thing that I'm very proud of is that when people call, if we have someone that's called and they're hurting, we do our very best to get them in as soon as possible, which is most of the time that day. And the other thing that we offer is that Dr. Newman works so promptly that when you come into our office, unless you're walking, you're usually seen at the time of your appointment. And that's something we really work very hard to do because we recognize that people's time is important as well. And so, emergencies do happen and sometimes it may be delayed, but really, I don't know that anybody's ever had to wait over 15 minutes for their appointment. And that's for 4 years.
Hey, that's saying a lot.
It is. And, like I said, we have the deepest respect for our patients and their time as well. I will say something that we are striving to do daily is we take all major insurances. So you got people who have HealthSpring, which is a great plan for the senior citizens. We take that. We take Blue Cross Blue Shield. We take MetLife. We take Delta Dental, Assurant. The list is very, very long. Cigna, just very long, and we try to take all major carriers to accommodate the people of our community. And that's our whole goal, is that when you come to Newman Dental, you're going to get very personal care and treated as an individual instead of just run through. Lebanon is very blessed with wonderful dental offices, and we have a great group of colleagues that we work with. But if you choose Dr. Jim Newman, I can promise you're going to be treated very well, very thoroughly, a great continuity of care. And like he was saying about the dentures, we do a tremendous amount of dentures, total mouth renovations.
With or without implants.
With or without implants. And that's the main thing, but we try to listen to what our patients want and what their budget allows and give them an option to what works best for you. What are your short range goals and what are your long range goals?
So regardless of your budget, we have a plan for whoever. If you have an insurance company that you're not sure if we take, give us a call. Let us check on it for you. We'd be glad to do that complimentary and see if we can help you.
Well, it seems like you've hit the ground running here 4 years ago and haven't slowed down. We haven't talked about your family life, and I don't know. Are you married?
Recently engaged.
Oh, okay. So the best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come. That's right.
Okay, we got 3 or 4 minutes here. Anything else you want to mention? Focus on a little more that we haven't.
Well, the year's coming to an end. So if anyone out there is looking for a dentist and they have insurance and they want to capitalize on their insurance benefits, there's no time better than the present to give us a call. Let us try to get you in, address your needs as quickly as possible. We certainly don't want anyone hurting over the holiday season. We want you to be able to eat and spend time with family if you can, without having to worry about your teeth or that dental pain that you might have been dealing with.
One thing we might focus on a little bit, I remember from years and years and years ago, there was an old saying about brush your teeth twice a day, see your dentist twice a year, if my memory's right.
You're right, yes, sir.
Do you got anything to add to that?
Well, you just said it. That's right. I mean, that's still the.
Do people take as good a care? Should people take better care? Most people take better care of the teeth than they actually do.
Well, it varies. I mean, there are all types, and so but whether you've seen a dentist regularly or it's been years, don't be ashamed to come in and let us take a look at you. We see that a lot where someone says, "Oh, I haven't been here into the dentist in 10 years. I'm ashamed." No need to be ashamed. Let us take care of you. That's what we're here for. There's no need to be self-deprecating there. We're here to help, not to judge or to shame. So regardless of your dental state, whether it's pristine or needing some work, we're more than happy to work with you, and we have a solution for you.
All right. Lisa, we'll let you have the last word, and you got 2 minutes if you want to take the whole 2.
Well, clearly, as you were saying, it's ideal for people to go twice a year for the fact that by going twice a year, if anything is going on that you're unaware of, we can repair it for minimal cost to maintain a good, healthy smile. However, as we all know, we're all working, we have families, where life happens and life gets in the way. And so if something isn't hurting us, then sometimes it doesn't get our attention. It's kind of like that squeaky wheel that you hear about all the time. Yeah. Well, at that point, then, it does get your attention. You go, okay, I have a problem here and I need to get this fixed. And we can do that. The problem is if you do come more frequently and utilize your insurance benefits accordingly, then sometimes it's less expensive. But when that has not been the case for you and you, like I said, life has happened for you, then, just come whenever. We're here to service the people of Lebanon and Wilson County, and very glad to do so.
I just thought of something. I don't know whether we've talked much about braces this morning. Is that something you do?
We do Invisalign. I coordinate with some specialists on that, and there are fantastic orthodontists here in and around town. There are certain cases that we do in town, many that we do, but if need be, we refer out.
And you would know when to recommend, when not,
yes, sir.
And all of this.
I have a great relationship with many of the orthodontists, and I can say they're all fantastic, and they all communicate really well.
Well, it sounds like you're very pleased with where you are for the last 4 years and what you're doing and about to get married.
I'm very thankful. Got a lot of good going on.
And got your mother right here to take care of all the insurance and make sure the office is run right. So
well, I wanted the best, so I had to get her.
What else do you want?
Well, I've got a good situation. I mean, I wanted the best, and so that's why I've got her. She really downplays her importance, but she is extremely important to our office.
Well, Lisa Newman, good to see you, and appreciate him appreciating you. And Dr. Jim Newman, we just wish you the best.
Thank you.
And thanks for being with us.
Glad to be here.
Very good to be here.
That is part one of Coleman and Company. We hope you'll keep it here for more. FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:30. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank Absolute Kubota and Rental, fully staffed service center and parts department. Most of their minor services can be done the same day. Servicing Exmark, Kubota, Land Pride, Red Max, and Billy Goat, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Actually, not too bad right now. Coming down 65 through Madison. We've seen a couple of wrecks out here, including that one on 24 westbound ramp at James Robertson Parkway. The fire department just arrived there on the scene. It's busy coming down Ellington right now. Ellington Parkway from the top down to the bottom. Hey, check out the Andre Chicken Sandwich now available at Prince's Hot Chicken, 5814 Nolensville Pike. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Gregory Dental in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from University Medical Center. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medora Parkway across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
The 2020 Titans have all grown up together. They've had a taste of success in the playoffs, and they're back with Derrick Henry.
Henry 20, Henry 10.
Ryan Tannehill at quarterback.
Tannehill keeping, around right in, driving, he's in.
A stout defense.
Titan ball.
And a head coach in Mike Vrabel who's ready to lead them.
Brought to you by Steve Lowe Plumbing and the Jewelers.
LHS, Cumberland University, and the Tennessee Titans. The winning teams are on WANT 98.9.
Have you heard the latest news about Exmark lawnmowers? The brand picked 2-1 over any other brand? Exmark is now honoring all police, fire, EMT, and military with the Exmark Honors Program. Receive up to $1,500 off on select models if you're a current or former police, fire, EMT, or military personnel. No better time than to step up to an Exmark. Come see the team at Absolute Kubota at 1325 West Main Street in Lebanon.
Get excited for Christmas as you take a stroll through Fiddler's Grove Historic Village and see the buildings come to life with animated Christmas decorations. Bring your friends and family to enjoy this safe outdoor adventure. CDC guidelines are being followed. Masks encouraged. Hand sanitizing available throughout the walk. Tours available Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now through December 19th. More details at fiddlersgrovetennessee.com. For the love of Tennessee, visit Wilson County and travel safe.
This morning, I can't rule out a few snow flurries with temperatures sitting in the 30s to start out the day. Highs this afternoon will only top out in the lower 40s, so you'll need to bring out the heavy winter jacket. Skies today will be mostly cloudy. More cold weather is in the forecast on Tuesday. Highs on Tuesday reach the lower 40s. This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. Let's look at your forecast. I'm meteorologist TJ Scott.
And we continue. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to part 2. It is a Monday morning, and who's here but Billy Mullinax to talk about Rocky Williams, Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram of Mount Juliet. Billy, good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
You're on my right today. Uncle Pete came in here and got the seat you normally have.
And that's okay. If anybody was going to have it, I would want Uncle Pete to have it. He's a good man.
Billy has a nickname. It's called No Haggle. That's because the no haggle pricing at Rocky Williams. Everybody pays the same great low price, and it's been working for you for how many years now?
Coleman, it's been almost 10 years. About 10 years now.
Time flies.
Time does fly.
And just think, I don't know how many years ago when you got out of the restaurant business, but I think one of the best moves, one of the best things that ever happened to you was meeting Rocky Williams. Not that the restaurant was bad, but you don't work, you're not employed 7 days a week at a restaurant anymore.
That's right. It's been really, really good. Rocky's a wonderful person, and it's been a good relationship, and hopefully I know it's been good for me. I hope it's been as good for him.
Well, Billy, of course, is the general manager for Rocky Williams at 600 Pleasant Grove Road in Mount Juliet. As we like to tell people here on Monday morning, it is north of the interstate, a little bit easier to, not as much traffic going
That's
that
right.
way. Yeah.
That's right. You can get in and out of that side most of the time quite a bit easier than you can on the south side.
Well, you know what? Today is the last day of November, if you've looked at the calendar.
It is.
Today, the last day of your automotive month.
Today is the last day of the automotive month also, Coleman.
Well, that means
your trade may be worth just a little bit more today than it would have been 2 weeks ago.
Well, we hope you have had a good November.
We have.
It's going to be better after the end of today, no doubt. There'll be a few people going to come by today.
Yeah, typically the end of the month is always a good day. It has been a good November. December is always a fabulous month also, so we're expecting great things.
Well, again, I like this. I wrote this down some time ago, and I try to make sure we mention it every week.
Yep.
We price our cars, not our customers, and that's really what it's all about.
That's really what it's all about, Coleman. And we had a digital analyst that was just looking at our website the other day and making some suggestions and said, you would get more interaction if you'd put click for your e-price. I'm like, our e-price is already posted right there, plain and clear for everybody to see. And he says, yeah, but you'll get more activity. I said, we do not want to even imply that there is a possibility of somebody getting a lower price because we have a great price. We give you our best price right up front. And I said, we don't want people to have to do anything to get that price other than show up.
Well, most people do go to the internet and click on RockyWilliams.com.
Might see your neighbor there, Coleman.
Yes, sir. RockyWilliams.com. And then you don't worry about clicking for the e-price. You got your entire inventory there, pre-owned and new cars, and the no haggle price.
All with our low no haggle price right there, plainly posted for everybody to see without doing anything, Coleman. And then if someone is interested, then we certainly want to have interaction with them and get them an appointment set up to come in and take a look and drive that vehicle. But we don't want people to feel, some websites are almost intimidating. Mm-hmm. What you have to go through to find the information that you want to be able to find. And we want to make it just like our buying experience, very transparent, very easy, and as stress-free as you can possibly make it.
Well, I think anybody that's going to RockyWilliams.com to check the inventory, you want to see what's available there and whatever is attractive to you. Read about it, see if it meets your needs, and if what the price is, if you can afford it. That's the whole purpose, isn't it?
That's the whole purpose. But Coleman, there's so many, and we have tried, and there's a lot of other great dealers out there. So when I say something about other dealers, I'm not insinuating that every other dealer is deceitful or anything. But all of you that have bought vehicles in the past, and I had a customer just the other day that had bought the previous vehicle several years ago at another Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram store, and she told me, she said, I would never go back there the way that I was treated. And but we want to treat people with respect, with dignity, and just we appreciate them as a customer. And that's all part of our no haggle, one price way of doing business.
All right, we're about out of time here, but you do have service after the sale, a very good service department. And, of course, you're open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Your sales department is.
That's right. Lots of hours in the day, Coleman.
And today is the last day of the automotive month. Your trade-in might be worth just a little more today.
Might be worth a little more. Just come check us out.
All right. We'll see you next Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Billy Mullinax, General Manager for Rocky Williams Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram of Mount Juliet. 20 and a half before the hour, I have invited Uncle Pete to be with us this morning, the one and only Uncle Pete.
Good morning. How you doing this morning, Coleman?
Oh, I'm doing well. Good to see you. You came in here
mine and yours age. It's good to see anybody.
Came in here with a big cup of coffee for me this morning, and
yes.
I already had my cup poured. I didn't figure you'd be here till 7:30. And then Billy brings me in another one. I got plenty of coffee today.
You're coffeeed up. I brought MJ some hot chocolate. Brought a couple of tenderloins to Billy.
Well, you're everybody's friend.
Yes, I think I am, and that's what I want to be.
Everybody's uncle.
Everybody's uncle. Everybody's uncle.
Oh, how are things? How are things at the truck stop? Uncle Pete's. Uncle Pete's truck stop. You got another name? Other word? That
Travel center.
Okay.
Restaurant.
Anyway,
cooking like your mama. I go around, cut up, and carry on with everybody. We have a new special going on right now. You don't get enough on your first plate, we'll double your plate, triple your price, and it works really good for me. And that's what I'm after, the laughter. And I'll walk around, especially with big tables while they're waiting on food, and cut up and carry on, tell a few jokes, just have a good time with people.
Well, it's worked pretty much for, how long you had that place?
33 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you were there when the radio station started.
I was.
I was thinking this Coleman and Company is now in its 28th year.
Yes.
We completed 27 in October.
And when y'all came on board, I came on board here too, and
did.
For years.
Yep. Used to be, I think, every Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And anyway, of course, you are a veteran, and you have appreciated veterans and some of their problems and challenges, and you have, I don't think you've ever officially retired, but maybe you're semi-retired or something. As far as staying busy, you're probably as busy as you ever were.
Well, I'm retired. I'm down to 90 hours.
But you have the veterans at heart, and we let you come here usually once a month and talk about what is going on. And there are things, there are needs that I think people wouldn't know about maybe here if it wasn't for you coming and telling us about it.
Well, the military motto for all services is no man left behind. And I believe in that motto, and I have tried my best to help veterans out, but not giving them stuff, but letting them earn it, so that when they're able, then they can get out on their own. Not a handout, but a hand up.
Yeah, and I think the fact that you yourself are a veteran and you've experienced some of the things that they go through, and maybe have
bad
come
decisions,
through.
bad choices.
You've come, but you've probably made 2 or 3 of them yourself. But you have come through and been where some of them are. But I mean, you and recognize this and realize they do need a hand up, need a helping hand, and you've been that.
Yes, sir. Currently, we have only 4 people because we've had a couple move out and get on their own in our house. The building beside us, the orange building beside us, we're in the process, hopefully, of trying to purchase that and the property the house is on for an expansion program that would also include 4 condos in between 2 houses, all on one slab, so that we can put young veteran families. We have seen an unbelievable need for families with 1 or 2 or 3 children that have got out of the military and are struggling. Rent in this area is astronomical. And we have found veteran families that are having to go to food pantries because half of their salary goes to pay the rent. And the terrible thing is right now, some of these, the children are at home, so it cuts out another salary that they had been relying on, in that somebody has to be with the children. And, and it's heart-wrenching to see this going on and stand back and say, I don't know. I get on the phone all the time. Somebody will call me and say, hey, they're going to evict me, or they're going to do this, or they're going to do that. And we gather up some money and try to help them. And that's through the American Legion, the VFW, and the VVA, and the AVVA. And without that, there's a lot of young veteran families that could be homeless. And I can't see it. We have no place in this community at all for veterans to go and gather and do things. And one of the things that we want to do is convert the orange building into a rec center in the back, or an area that they can come and just get out of the weather. We're going to put 4 computers in there to help them with job search. We have got a commitment that we might be able to get a state employment officer to come by once a week or so to meet with only veterans to try to help them find jobs. It would be a place that the community can call and post, hey, I got a job and I'd really like to have a veteran, and we can find. And, and then it also would have a place where a social worker could come and where we could have some been there, done that, let's talk about this. Because suicide scares me to death.
Yeah.
And these young guys are doing it.
Hey, we're already a minute past time for a break here. I've got involved with your discussion here, but we got a lot more to talk about, so keep it here. Uncle Pete, Pete Norman, my guest. This is Coleman and Company at 98.9.
And to 747, let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks, Absolute Kubota and Rental. Fully staffed service center and parts department. Most of their minor services can be done the same day. Servicing Exmark, Kubota, Land Pride, Red Max, and Billy Goat. 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Well, good morning. It's still blocked here as they work this wreck with injuries. 24 westbound off-ramp at Ellington Parkway, James Robertson Parkway. Again, here on 24 westbound because of this accident. It's a minor accident being cleared 2200 block of Lebanon Pike. It's just now starting to pick up on 40 East coming through Kingston Springs out of Dixon County. Hey, sleep with the sharks in a grown-up atmosphere at Ripley's Aquarium in the Smokies, December 26th and 27th. All the details at ripleysAquarium.com. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on-time traffic.
Do you know why Rocky Williams Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Mount Juliet sells so many cars, trucks, SUVs, and muscle cars? Well, it all starts with a simple idea. Why not give everyone a hassle-free shopping experience for their new or used vehicle with no haggling, no negotiating, and no runaround? Every vehicle on the Rocky Williams lot is marked down incredibly low with the price posted on the window. You're treated with fairness and respect every time. No pressure, just a friendly, warm, inviting staff dedicated to finding the exact vehicle vehicle you need. So Rocky Williams Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has become the original no-haggle, one-price dealer. Go online to rockywilliams.com to see the incredible deals yourself. Every car and truck is listed with a no-haggle low price. This is for real, and you're going to love it. People drive for miles to get some of the lowest prices in America on their new or used cars or trucks. Go to rockywilliams.com or come on over to our brand new spacious dealership next to Walmart in Mount Juliet.
Caring for a loved one is as natural as the weather, but just like the weather, one moment it's sunny and the next you find yourself in the middle of a storm. So when it came time to take care of my dad, I knew I needed help. A reprieve from the storm, so to speak. That's when I found the Pavilion Senior Living. They have expertise and experience to weather the storms in your loved one's life. And now I can rest easy. Thank you, Pavilion Senior Living. You should visit thepavilionseniorliving.com to find out more.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us here on a Monday morning. I have to say congratulations to the Titans for whooping up on the Indianapolis Colts yesterday and giving them a pretty good whooping up there in Indianapolis. Unfortunately, I don't know about that. The Vanderbilt football coach got fired. What I don't understand is why they couldn't let him finish the season. As dismal as it's been,
well,
they could.
You got to realize one thing about Vanderbilt. They're overeducated, they overthink everything, and they overreact to anything.
Okay, I think that's his overreaction, but
exactly
that's my opinion, and
exactly
it ought to be yours. But
and I'm not a great fan of Vanderbilt, Daddy. I'm sorry, but I'm like you. They shouldn't have fired him in the middle of the season.
I don't understand that at all.
That kills the kids.
Yeah.
I mean that devastates them.
Well, let me read something here. This is the Lebanon-Wilson County Veterans Home Mission Statement, which I think is a good idea for us to give the people. The mission of Lebanon-Wilson County Veterans Home and ancillary support programs is assisting veterans, their families, and widowers in dealing with the needs of overcoming barriers to achieve self-sufficiency, sustainability, and improved quality of life in today's world. It's a good mission statement.
Yeah.
And that's what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
And you're hoping to buy this orange building.
Well, the whole property, the Veterans Building is sitting right beside it.
Mm-hmm.
The orange building is in the V of the triangle. And what we're wanting to do is go across the back and build from West Main to Park. One solid building.
East Main.
East Main, I'm sorry.
East Main over
East
Park
Main,
Avenue.
Boy, it'd be a long building. East Main over to Park.
Yeah.
And have the men's house facing Park, the women's house facing Main, and 4 condos in the middle, 2-story, that we could house young veteran families.
You're talking about quite a bit of money to do that.
We are.
Where's it going to come
It's not
from?
something we're going to be able to start tomorrow.
Yeah.
But the last time I was on the air, a lady, and I haven't got permission to mention her name, Joy, but she sent me a check for $1,000 to go in to start it. So that's right now we've got about $3,000 or $4,000 in that fund.
Mm-hmm.
To buy the property is going to take about $300,000.
Well, 299 more people with $1,000 would do it.
Exactly. And there's a lot of people in this community that could write a check for it, but some could write a pretty hefty check. And of course, we're a 501c. It's right close to the end of the year. You need a good write-off. I never miss a chance. But, the owner of the property has offered it to us below market value.
Mm-hmm.
Because of what I've done all these years, and I've rented from him, and he's seen guys come in there that were in terrible condition and come out in good condition and get a job locally and doing good. I've got a gentleman right now that's been with us for a few weeks, and he has a problem, and we're going to get him into rehab this week, and he'll come out in better shape than he went in.
Oh, we sure hope so.
Yes, sir.
Well, I was out at your truck stop the other day, brought you some pecans, and sat down and talked with you about about some of what we were going to talk about today and all of this. You are really working hard to achieve this goal, and you've got a fundraiser you were telling me about,
Yes, sir.
something that you're hoping to do and have on an annual basis,
Yes, sir.
which if it works as good as another one that you're going to sort of copy, it might be a big help, maybe a big part of the answer to
Yes,
what you're trying to do.
Sherry's run has been such a tremendous success. It started out as a memorial run, and now they run every year.
Right.
So I've listened to people talk about support this or support that. You know, run for a vet. That's going to be our motto, run for a vet. We're going to have a veterans run on Armed Forces Day, which is the third Saturday in May, and we're going to challenge Fort Campbell, Fort Knox, Fort Stewart, Fort Rucker, anything within a one-day drive of us militarily, and then we're going to challenge American Legions and VFWs. We're going to challenge these young people to come out and run. We have not set the course yet. We have basically looked to make sure there's not another big run on that day, and there is not.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take that day, and it's going to be ours. And hopefully that will then support everything where we can put people in here that's not going to cost them everything they own, where they can take the money that they're earning and put it into a savings account and do it Dave Ramsey style and pay as you go and get out of debt.
Well, now, are you think you're going to be able to pull this off this coming May? Or would be May 2021?
Well, I've got a few months to try.
Yeah.
And I don't give up. I just don't give up. When it comes to this, my kids get on me all the time because of the time and effort that I put into this and the stress. But who else is going to do it? But there's a lot of you guys out there and women out there and grandmothers out there and grandfathers out there that could help. I might not need you every day. I might not need you but just a little bit. But you can help, both financially and emotionally. We're gonna redesign our board, and we're hoping to invite Cracker Barrel, which supports veterans, Lock and Bar, all of the big companies that are in Wilson County. Got a new one coming in down there, Amazon. We're going to invite them to be on this board to raise money to pay for this. So again, we're debt-free. And if we're debt-free, then we can turn our resources to helping.
Well, I know that you told me the other day, Gary Whitaker, his wife was Sherry, of course.
Yes.
Where the Sherry's run came from. Gary is pretty well schooled in all that's taken place and has some ideas to share with you to
Yes,
to
sir.
make
And
this
he
one.
has a fantastic staff, and we're going to try to sit down with them and absorb some of that knowledge so that we don't make some of the mistakes that they made in the beginning, and we try to get our first one off the ground reasonably flawless. We have decided that because of our flag programs and stuff, we're going to line the entire track with American flags. So you'll be running for the flag.
So you got 26 miles?
26 miles.
26.3 or whatever.
But we've got 500 flags and staffs.
Yeah.
So we can literally line the track. We're hoping that some of the national TVs and stuff will pick that up because nobody's ever thought of lining a track with flags. And we're doing different things. And we're not only just working with that, we've got a program that one of my friends who's real ill right now had started wanting to work with the ROTC programs. So we're designing a trophy that will be a traveling trophy, and it is a kneeling soldier in honor, and that will go to the ROTC program that participates and does things for the community the most. And one year it'll be one school, next year another school, and they get to engrave their name on it.
You lie awake at night thinking all these things.
That's what my mama used to say. You just come up with more stuff. But
well, it is for a good cause.
It
no
is.
doubt.
It is.
And veterans hadn't always been. A lot of them have volunteered, but a lot of times people are just taken, drafted, if you will, and that's the way it used to be.
Everybody would like to help a vet. I'm trying to give you an opportunity to help a vet.
Yeah.
And again, like I say, there's a lot of really good people out there that could step up and say, hey, here's 50,000 or here's 10,000, whatever. I ain't gonna turn down nothing. I'm not gonna turn down. I've collected this year alone in change for veteran suicide programs, $1,100. That don't seem like a whole lot, but it all came in pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters.
Uh-huh.
Every now and then a dollar coin. And I take that religiously and write a check to VA in Murfreesboro suicide prevention program.
Yeah.
Helps pay for a little literature or something. I don't know. But, these young people are coming home after going through a lot of trauma and then having to defend themselves and try to find a job and try to do this and try to take care of their families and stuff on a limited amount of money. And, you can't take it with you. If you're over 65, just remember this, make it when you leave, you give a little. But you can't take it with you. I've checked all the different resources. I convinced my dad that, Dad, you can't take it with you, so here's what we're going to do. Right before they close that coffin, I'm going to write a check for the full amount of everything in your accounts, toss it in. If you don't cash it in 10 days, I knew you wanted me to have it.
That's a good one to quit on.
If he cashes it, I'm leaving.
Our time is gone, but people can contact you if they want more information.
Yeah, same old phone number, 615-804-4404.
All right.
I had a lady tell me, slow down when you tell my number. She said, I had to replay that thing 3 times.
Well, that's going to do it for a Monday. Hope you'll join us tomorrow for the Tuesday edition. Until then, I wish you a magnificent day.